You good? This has been a long time coming.
Yeah,
You know, we've always spoken about doing something like this since our first workshop session that we did online.
That was turnkey. Yeah, really that was cool. That was cool.
Really cool.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that this is built up to us actually being able to sit down and.
Dude, we had to. There was no other way.
Looking all professional.
Yeah. You know, we actually here. Just a nod to the guys. We actually here at EHEE Studios. EHEE Studios. I'll put some info in the description, but it's a pretty cool space. You know, the guys are doing some really nice stuff here at this place. Check it out, guys, and that's where we're at. So thanks to them.
It's a really beautiful place.
It's a very nice place.
Yeah. Bro, I think let's dive right into it, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Have had a couple of eventful weekends.
Yes, in like 2 in a row actually.
Yeah. Where I think the first place where we hooked up was at the Legato concert. That was on the what date was that? On the 23rd, I think it was 23rd of March.
Somewhere there, yeah. The last weekend of March, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Second
last weekend.
Second last weekend of March.
Yeah, they had a really nice concert at Santon Church.
Yeah.
Over in Sunning Hill.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
And that's dope that Santon Church is actually doing that, because I've actually picked up, maybe this is like the third or fourth concert.
Yeah. There's been a few things that have happened there.
Yeah.
I was actually part of one in December. No, not December. Was it December? There was a big thing. I think Reality 7 was like the headliner.
Oh, okay, I think I remember that. I didn't go there.
Big show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
it was an interesting day.
It's a nice space aesthetically.
Yes.
It looks nice aesthetically.
Yes.
One thing I will say, the sound.
Look. There's they need to work. They need to work
like
on that.
The room.
They need to figure out the acoustics of the room and all that. There's all that glass and reflections and stuff like that. But I think they know about it, and I think they're probably gonna work it out.
Right. But I guess it works with different kinds of music. I'm not sure about maybe you could get away with it with like instrumental music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but with a cappella.
It's tricky.
It's tricky because I've been there twice when there've been concerts. Actually, the first time that we were there, we were singing. I think it was I forget the name of the group.
But you guys were singing like during the service, not at the concert. Was it at the concert?
Concert. Do you remember the name of the? Oh, I'm gonna kick myself. It was right here, but I've just forgotten the Divine Solace.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That looked really good, eh?
It was dope.
I saw some of the visuals. It looked really nice.
It was really dope.
The sound was a bit tricky.
We performed there.
It was tricky.
Yeah. Because we're actually just a bit of a behind the scenes thing. We actually had chats about that with Pure from Legato. So
yes.
Okay, you guys should just come on for like a young.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, some of the guys live pretty far. But even if, like in the back of my mind, I was like, singing Santon again.
Tough one.
It's quite hectic. But I just think, I think. Now they know. They know.
They know.
They can look into it and fix it. But
it'll take some time because they brought in some really hectic sound from I don't know where, and it probably hurts to be like, man, we brought all this stuff in. It's just not working out.
The room is just not working out everywhere.
But they'll work it out. But besides that, I mean, I think besides that, it's a really nice space. It's big.
Yeah.
And they got to actually
from the church as well. To want to host. Shows and concerts like that, especially for the youth of the church, because that was the
whole thing.
Concert. So just to create that space where like the youth can feel like they can be somewhere on a Saturday night,
No, it was cool. It was
really cool.
The vibe was nice. People were out and they were excited.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Yeah,
and Legato I think put on a really nice show.
Yeah, they put on a show. They were really prepared.
Yeah, they were very, very well prepared. And they had some really nice groups that were, opening up for them that were featured.
Yeah. A lot of great surprise acts as well that popped up that we didn't know about that were gonna pull up. But that was really cool. I think No Limits was one of them. I haven't seen them perform in so long.
Yeah, I haven't really seen them perform
live. It was great to see them live.
It was nice.
And there's just that like nostalgic thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, when people saw them come out, people went crazy. They did some of their, songs from back in the day. It was cool. It was nice. It's always nice. It's always nice to hear them. Yeah.
Oh, then there was the rumbling bass of Bongani Mota.
Yo. That quartet, actually.
That quartet is quite something.
What are they called? Do you know what they're called?
I think they're called Bongani Mota and the Masilela Brothers or something. I don't know. If you guys know the name, please tell us.
Let us know.
They put out a song recently, but that song, when they put it out, it was like under Bongani Mota's. It's like a Bongani Mota song.
Yeah.
Because I think the story behind that is that he composed the song, right? If I'm correct, he composed the song. And it's like a song that's been around for such a long time.
Yeah.
So for it to actually finally be recorded
and then released,
is
that's
quite something.
Yeah.
But hey, we can hear him.
Of course.
And like he's like when you play the record, and you're thinking, okay, it's studio, okay, and then you hear him live.
It's like, well. So he actually does that.
He actually does that.
Okay.
And it was going a bit lower than what he does on the record. And it's like, oh, what a voice.
But I think that's something that a lot of groups like to do, hey?
Yeah.
Well, used to. Like these days, especially the bass guys in groups, they really make them rumble in the record, but then when it comes to the stage, it's sort of so
it's always tricky.
It's nice to see. It's like Jim Myers was singing bass at the same time. And he just shocked everybody. He just.
I think with him, like, I mean, if you're like a King Harold's fan and you know King Harold and you follow them for a while, I mean, you always knew that like Jim Myers had like a big bass and go deep. Yeah. But it's not always that he would do that kind of
look,
stuff.
he hardly did that stuff. Look, there's certain songs where you're like, oh, did you hear that? You know. But he's a tactful bass.
Yeah.
So he doesn't use his low ends unless he really has to. But that was just before he retired.
Yeah.
So he had to show us that, you know what, guys, I think I need to show you guys a few
that
things.
I had this all along.
This has been here, you know.
Maybe that should be like a chat for another day as well. Like just like the technique and approach for in different times and eras that basses have.
Yes, we've seen.
The evolution of how
exactly.
bass is a thing now. But like you're saying, it is quite a thing now where you hear, different kind of notes on record.
Yes, and then when it comes to live, it's like, where is he?
Maybe we need to get a bass singer in here.
That we do.
And then we.
I know a few surprising ones, eh? The young guys, eh? There's some young guys.
Right?
Yeah, some young guys.
Talking about
some
young guys.
Stuff,
talking about young guys. There's this young group from Santon that we also saw that was performing on the night. They're called Collective Harmony. And I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. I'd never seen or heard them before. I just obviously saw them on the lineup or on the day. And when I heard them perform, I was like, okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
And they arrange that stuff. The kids within the group.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so shocked to find that. I'm like, what?
Some serious talent.
And to hear that they're like, finishing high school first.
Yeah.
Varsity. I mean,
it's insane.
Took me back to our days. When we were starting our journey, and same thing also with Just Six. We were also like out of, some guys were finishing high school, some guys were like just
first year,
second year, and that's always a beautiful thing. And to start that young and to be that passionate and to be that visionary about what they're doing, because some of the things that they're doing, they kind of have it figured out a bit more
than we were at that level. Yeah. They're doing some really complex stuff, some of it,
which is crazy.
Nice.
Which maybe also brings me to think that I think with every generation, the next generation will always be better.
Yeah.
And I think that should be the natural progression of life.
No, definitely.
If the next generation,
as we progress,
isn't better than us, then maybe we didn't do such a good job.
We didn't do a good job passing on the
and also in inspiring and stuff like that.
100%,
we had a great talk about that, a little snippet about that with when we're chatting to
Humutso.
Yeah,
very,
Dr.
very
Mushuki. Hey,
yes, sir.
We need to come right.
No,
Dr.
for sure. Yeah. we can't be on first name basis, not on this platform anyway.
Where he was also speaking about the idea of their legacy as No Limits and them being there and seeing, how many generations that has inspired. And I think with the lineup itself, that was quite prevalent, and really dope, from having people like No Limits and
Collective
Masilela Brothers and Bongani Mota from a different kind of era.
Yes.
And then comes down to guys
the
like
young guys,
Legato, Chosen. We're kind of in the same age group and bracket. And then to have a younger group of singers,
much younger. They were the youngest ones there, actually.
They were the youngest, and they really held their own. I'm really proud of them. Proud of you guys.
Proud of you guys. They worked really hard, eh? They work. I think they meet every Friday.
Yeah.
At church.
Wow. If you don't know them, go check them out.
Yeah, check them out. They're on
Collective
Instagram.
Harmony.
They're on Instagram. Yeah, Collective Harmony.
Collective Harmony. That's dope.
Yeah, go check them out. They're really cool.
Harmonium
was there.
Harmonium, yes. Other quartet. That
classic quartet music.
Come on.
They're bringing it back. They're doing some really, really nice stuff.
Right.
And I think they're working on an album as well.
They're working on an album. Yes.
I don't know where. I don't know the details, but yeah.
And when it's coming out, we don't know. So
we'll just keep our ears to the ground. So
if you know something, you can leave it in the comments below.
Yeah. Let us know.
But I think it's very refreshing that we're kind of in a different space right now, musically, in terms of how we're looking at a cappella music and trying to be as diverse as possible, and being willing to go into these different sounds. And it's very different. I was actually having this conversation with someone, I can't remember, a few weeks ago, that the vocal scene now is evolving in a very beautiful way, in that there was a time where you'd find that most groups would kind of sound the same.
They sort of did the same thing.
Yeah, they'll do the same thing.
Yeah, they sort of.
But now it's very different, because if you think of, you're looking at even like Legato, just six.
Yeah.
We may be two sextets, but we're kind of doing different things.
Yeah.
There is a separation in that. Even people that come from the same city, like Legato and Noted, they sound different.
Yeah, very
different.
different.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah.
And I think that's a very, very beautiful space to be in right now.
It is, and look, it speaks to the evolution of things, because if you go back 8-10 years, maybe more, maybe.
Yeah.
Are we that old?
Hey, man.
That we can go back that far?
I mean, we can go back like.
But if we go back a few years,
I
don't know how many.
Like 18 or more years.
Let's not even get into that. Let's not even get into that. But like, I remember, in my days growing up, being in high school and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the groups, even when we did like music days at Blue Hills and stuff like that, and we invited groups from other places and young people and things like that, they all sort of sounded similar. They were all sort of doing the same thing,
That's
true. But I mean, I look at the groups now, and each group has a unique dynamic.
That's true.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And you can almost tell as they start singing, oh, that's that group.
Yeah.
There's sort of a separation, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
Within the same sort of genre, or not genre, but general a cappella
That's true.
music, and that's it's quite interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because it like we were asking people at the Legato concert, who are you looking forward to see?
Yeah.
And everybody had their own little thing to say, but every group that got on that stage gave something different.
That's true. And I think that's the beauty of also how they put together the lineup.
The lineup, yeah.
How they put together the lineup, in that I think there was a bit of, it was quite intentional to try and get as many different
sort of feels
and then also with that they also had like a praise team.
Oh yes, yeah. It was like a praise team,
led by Umvuzo.
Yes.
A great vocalist himself as well, and they were just giving us a different vibe, a different setup.
I mean, think about concerts, right? You get there and you basically they sing to you and you listen to the music and you enjoy it and stuff. I think that aspect of sort of praise and worship.
Yeah.
Getting people on their feet, getting people involved. I think that's really cool.
That's dope.
And I see that. I see it going that direction, because even a few of the other shows that happened at Sutton had a little bit of that sort of. Well, at least the other one that I was part of.
Yeah, I think even the one that we attended, like the Divine Solace.
Divine Solace, yeah.
But I think also, don't you think it's because of the setting? Because
I think it's that setup. Yeah, it calls for it. You know what I mean? It sort of invites it.
At the JOVA Theatre, I'm not sure whether it would be like praising and worshiping.
No. But crazy enough, just to not a tangent, but it was another show that I attended. It was
Layla Hathaway.
Layla, how can I forget Layla? Like Layla Hathaway.
Come on.
Who forgets Layla Hathaway's name?
We're not cutting that out. You forgot Layla Hathaway's name.
I'm editing this. I'll cut it out. No, but Layla did a show at Monte Casino.
Monte Casino, yeah.
And there were certain songs that when she started singing, it almost turned into like a praise and worship session, because people were singing along and people was she was like, and people were singing, you know what I mean? So it may not be praise and worship, but it is that sort of vibe where people get involved and people sort of come in and start singing with the artist. It was beautiful.
I think generally that's where people are moving towards in terms of their feel and vibe towards live music or live performance. It's not just about like going there and just sitting
there watching the show, and then that's it.
It's also
people
about
want to
being
be
part of
involved.
the experience, you know. And it might be a thing that performers can actually, you know, take to mind, that in your set you should have something in there somewhere that will involve,
that will bring people.
You know, people in. It feels like a worship experience. It doesn't matter where it is. There's a spot called Black Labone in this is event, but it happens in Pretoria every Thursday night, and it's crazy. It gets crazy there, but there is that sort of element feeling, of, you know, some of the music that people performing there, especially if it's a song that a lot of people know, or whatever the case is.
Then they can get involved,
and that's the most beautiful thing. That's the most beautiful thing, and I think maybe because of the whole COVID situation and post-COVID, I think people are more drawn towards that now. I think that whole thing going away, and people realizing, oh snap, there's none of that anymore. Like, what? Jeez, that's true. You know. And then people did a lot of virtual concerts and things like that. You know, it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's not the same. We did a few.
You guys did a few.
It wasn't the same.
And I mean, even from a technical point of view, it's like, it's a nightmare getting it to sound good, getting it to really have that live.
Because you know, with live, you can get away with a lot.
Of course, that is timing right there. But yeah, man, when it's being streamed or it's being recorded, hey, it's something else.
Now
man.
you need to make sure everything is perfect.
It's perfect, yeah.
But I think it's also good because, and people won't realize it, especially when you're doing like virtual concerts or whatever, you can actually like, if something happens in the song, we can stop the song and start from scratch again. So that's the beautiful thing.
That's the beautiful thing about it.
That didn't work out. Let's start again. So I think that's like a really dope way of putting together content. I think, and it kind of helped going into this new space.
New way of exactly.
Because I think that kind of translated onto like, you know, social media platforms and whatnot. People are consuming more stuff on the internet now than before, you know, the whole COVID era. So I think it has kind of benefited the artist in some way. But I think also just navigating it is quite tricky because you also need it to be at a certain level.
It has to be good. It has to be quality.
And navigating all those things, especially
can be tricky.
The right equipment.
You know? And it can be costly as well. It can be quite costly.
It can be costly. Same thing like with the whole podcasting thing. Also through COVID, I think it also shot up.
It also shot up.
Big thing now, especially in our parts here in South Africa.
Exactly.
So now, what will separate you is
the quality of the content.
Of the thing, you know? And you know, lucky for us.
Hey, we got some. This is a great segue. Lucky for us. We got some really supportive people behind us. We got Road Mike SA. You can check them out on Instagram. They were gracious enough to give us a bunch of really cool equipment. So we've got our choice of weapons.
And it was quite surprising, like
to
the
get it
quality
done.
that we got, like some of the content that we're taking.
Yeah, because we did some behind the scenes stuff, and we used something similar to what we're using now. These are the Wireless Pros. These are like the big boys of the wireless systems with in the Rode catalog. But we're using the Wireless Me's, which are perfect for like run and gun, you know, content creators on the go. Because we were literally using
a phone.
We plugged in and that's it, you know. Same thing that we did at the Kekelingo homecoming concert.
Oh,
literally popped those on, and we were good to go. It was. It was cool. It's cool how crazy technology has really gone. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. But it empowers us, and that's the thing that
that's what's important. Yeah,
you know, a couple of years ago, it wouldn't have made a difference that we're sitting here recording.
Oh no, of course not. No.
But now it means something, and we can actually use a certain platform to communicate.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think this is the whole purpose of learning and going through life and getting experience, and the most beautiful thing about that is being able to share that. And I think with what we're doing now is a really beautiful thing, because within our space, within vocal music, I think around the world generally, I believe that there aren't enough conversations that are being had about what goes on within the space of vocal music, whether it's religious music or circular music or whatever. It doesn't matter whether it's choir music, choral music. I think there's just a lot of conversations that are not had, a lot of things that people are not aware about or don't know of. And I think that's the most important thing, that now we've got the opportunity to
sort of create a window. Create a window for people to actually look into and see what goes on.
And I'm excited about this.
And that's what this whole, well, that's what this new chapter that we're going into is going to be all about. Besides all the technical things that go into, we can nerd out, we can
definitely
get into the weeds of vocal arranging and even like music production and things like that. But I think giving people a window into this world and what really goes on in there is what we're trying to do with JOVA.
JOVA.
That
was dope. That came with you. That was dope. The Journal of a Vocal Arranger. And it's like just looking at all things vocal. All things vocal.
And in the periphery as well. Stuff around that.
Stuff around that. Hopefully we get really, I mean, there are some people that were promising.
Yes.
We get really a couple of dope people that are going to come on the show. And
we had some really great conversations actually at the Legato show.
That we need to
unpack.
I
think that's the right way to put it. Unpack.
Nah. A lot of gems that are being dropped. This gem needs to be.
And it's like.
I remember the moments after we record, I'm like, what?
What was that? What?
We couldn't believe it. But it's also very refreshing to see that it's actually something that even the people that we're speaking with are very open to.
They're open to it and they're keen to share. You know what I mean? I think that's what's and they've got some really good insights. Some people that have been in the game for a long time.
It's true.
Guys that are sort of, intermediates. And the people that are coming in with all the excitement and wet behind the ears. It's just interesting to see all the different perspectives. And different levels that people are at.
That's true. That's true. And you guys get to have a front seat with us here. And we're excited about this. It's a long time vision, dream, and idea that's coming together. And I'm excited. I'm happy to bring this.
And I think it's gonna. We have so many ideas, and I think it's gonna evolve as we go. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna come out of it. We recorded a lot of really cool footage, behind the scenes footage. At both the Kekelingo Homecoming concert and the Legato show. We're gonna be throwing some stuff out on social media. You guys keep your fingers on the pulse, right?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Keep your ears to the ground. Some really cool stuff. Just check us out on social media. We're gonna be pointing, fingers to some of this JOVA content that we're gonna be dropping. And there's some really like you said, some really interesting gems that were dropped, some nuggets.
We're not going to talk too much. We're not going to talk too much.
Just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. There's a lot of stuff coming, and I'm excited.
I'm excited, man. Yeah, I don't know. Should we wrap?
I think let's wrap it up. Look, we could go on forever.
We could go on forever.
But I think we. There's a lot to get through. There's a lot to get through.
Okay, but before we wrap,
before we wrap up, there's a few interesting things that are happening. I think we should get into that a little bit.
Top of that is Vocal Harmony. Vocal Harmony are actually supposed to perform at
the Legato show.
I'm not
some
too
people
sure
out of town. I think some people are out of town.
Okay.
Out of the country, actually.
We're gonna get the scoop.
Yes.
We didn't get it.
But we did.
Oh yeah, Usnalo did say.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Let's check out what he said.
Yo, man, what's happening?
We're good.
You good? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's good to see you, man. What's going on, man? Aren't you guys supposed to be performing here tonight?
Yeah. We're supposed to be performing. Unfortunately, other people had other commitments.
Is it? That sucks so much. But for those who don't know at home, just let us know who you are and which group you sing for, bro.
I am Snalo Itemba Changase. I am a tenor for Vocal Harmony.
And you guys are working on some new music.
Yes.
You got a vocal, a visual album. I saw something about a visual album coming out.
That was recorded by
I'm very excited about that because obviously, like you're saying, I was involved in the production process in some way or that, and I'm excited. I've only seen one visual, but I haven't seen a lot of stuff yet, so I'm really excited. So, how are you guys feeling about that so far?
It is going to be beautiful.
Yeah?
I'm excited for people to hear the whole project. I wish everyone could hear everything at once. Unfortunately, it won't roll out that way. It'll be a video a month, but I am excited for people to hear it.
Okay, so like you're running out of video month for... But give us the whole thing, guys.
It's coming.
It's coming. Do you have dates yet?
A few surprises in there.
Right.
Yeah, it starts this month all the way till October.
All the way to October. You heard it yourself right here. All the way to October, vocal harmony, visual album. It's going down, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good, man. Thanks a lot, bro. Appreciate it, man. But what's dope about them is that they got some new content that's been dropping. They've actually been working on an album that I was privileged to record, and I did some edits on that. I think Riffy did the mix for the whole album. I'm not sure. I think he did the mastering as well. So which is pretty dope. I think they're gonna be like dropping a song a week,
something like that. Yeah, they've got this campaign running. Actually. It's actually going on now.
That's pretty cool, and that is so dope, and it's such a new, fresh idea.
Yeah, it is.
Especially in the space that we're in.
A visual album is what they call it. Visual album, right?
Visual album. So that's quite something, and I think it's quite brilliant in the sense that. How people are so drawn to audio visual kind of content, and so kind of coupling that together and building up that momentum with all the videos that will be dropping, and then finally boom, the whole album will come out, and I think that's quite a brilliant thing, and we'll be eagerly waiting for each drop, video. It's like which song is this? I want to be there. I want to check this one out and stuff. So I think pretty excited about that.
And I think there is like a live show at some point. I think it's gonna culminate. I think it's gonna all culminate into like a live performance. I think so.
Oh, they better.
If they are doing that, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, but if they weren't thinking about it, now they have to.
They have to.
Because we've told the people they are.
We told guys, Harmony's got a show. They told me. No, they didn't tell me.
Now they have to. Now you guys have to. We're sorry. But there's so much exciting stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
Something else that is dope within my space that dropped this week. Louis the Don, Leander Macapella. Louis the Don has got a song out. It's called Omtandayo. It's featuring yours truly.
Oh yes. And you wrote it, right?
Yeah, I had the privilege of penning that one down with him.
Sitting next to greatness right here.
It was quite, and the funny thing with that song is that it's probably been like 6 or 7 years in the making, that song.
I think Louis had a listening session somewhere in Joburg.
Yeah.
On a rooftop somewhere.
Yeah.
And I remember I brought sound and you guys performed that song. That was really dope.
That was from 21 or 20. I can't remember.
2021. I think it was 2021, yeah.
21. Yeah. Such a long time
so
ago.
Dope, dude.
So already by that time, that was pretty much done. But then we kind of had the song reworked, and FD.
FD jumped on.
FD jumped on. FD's shout out, bro.
Great producer, man. That's awesome producer.
He came with another vibe to the song, and we had to like even think about rewriting our verses because the vibe was like, what's going on now?
What? We need to upgrade.
It was such a dope kind of fusion between like Afro pop and Afro beat kind of.
Nice.
It's like an Afro beat, Afro pop fusion kind of thing. So that's exciting. Go check it out.
It's out now.
It's out right now.
Check it out, guys.
Hey, you see, I see you busy. I'm busy pointing you with my finger. I had such a freak accident this morning, bro.
Dude.
Insane. I had a bad cut while doing dishes, like a glass broke, and
he was doing dishes. Ladies, he does dishes. The man does dishes.
I'm a modern man.
The man does dishes, okay? Tick that box.
Not only do I sing, arrange, I do dishes.
He does dishes.
That should go on my CV.
Does dishes.
That's the stuff that's popping off. Also, Keke is putting out some, I think probably an EP at some point.
Yeah.
I just don't know when exactly. Yeah. But he has been working on new music. He's been dropping, I think already he's dropped like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
That will be coming from that EP. 3 songs that will be coming on that EP. 2 of those songs, Justice is involved with as well. So it's
interesting stuff coming out. Yeah, it's a party. And there's a whole lot more. I mean, we obviously won't cover everything, but there's a whole lot of
stuff happening.
A lot of stuff happening. A lot of guys doing stuff. Just guys, keep an eye out. Follow lots of these people on social media. They're always dropping information about where they're gonna be, where they're gigging. Let's get out there. That's another thing.
That's true.
People are starting to come out more.
Yeah.
And I was worried.
Yeah.
I was worried when we came back out of COVID. I thought, man, the gigging space has just taken a hit. Will it come back?
Yeah.
Will people come out?
Yeah.
You know, especially because people were so comfortable watching stuff on YouTube and people going live and things like that. But people actually come out in numbers. And these 2 concerts that we attended were well attended.
Well attended, man. And what's crazy is that I think it's even more now because obviously with everything that's happened, it's not as easy as it was before.
Of course.
All of us are taking a hit. The economy is taking a hit.
Definitely.
It takes a bit more now to actually go out.
To put something together,
But
go out.
And also just to put a show together also, it takes so much.
Yeah.
And for people to actually come out also takes so much from them. And to see that the culture is actually even growing more is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it just shows
it's encouraging for sure.
It shows that people just are believing in the idea of connecting and socializing, networking.
Yeah.
And I think more things that are like that are things that need to be encouraged. Hopefully a whole lot more groups and bands and stuff will start putting
artists.
together a whole lot more of these kind of events. And when you do that, you know who to call, man.
Hey, call us. We'll cover your show. The whole thing. It's some really great content. We'll feature it on our podcast. Hey, man.
But that's
also guys, please hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so you can get a notification every time we post a new video. And follow us on social media. Tell your friends.